Okay, let's call the meeting to order, February 12th. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Durossette.
Here.
Councilmember Ryno.
Here.
And Councilmember Lane.
Here. Sorry. Okay, seeing that everybody's present, two are abstained, are not here, Vice Mayor Kline and Mayor Vierra, that are absent tonight. Excused absent, I might say. Yeah, they are excused. Okay, so next item on the agenda, we'll have the invitation by Grigson. It seems him just walked in. And then followed by the pledge.
Amen. God in heaven, we thank you for this time that we can come together and do good for the community. Pray that you would bless our council members and our community citizens, that cooler heads would always prevail, Lord, that you would direct us in all that we would do, and that we would do everything to benefit each other, Lord God, and we praise you for this time together. We thank you. I pray that you would guide and direct. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay, next item on the agenda, we have one presentation tonight that I believe Tracy's going to take. Black History Month Poster Contest 2018.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Tracy Ferris. I'm the Recreation Manager for the City of Ceres. I'm pleased to have Maya Narvez, our Recreation Intern from Fresno State, with me tonight to do this presentation. And I'm also pleased to see all of you in the audience tonight. We are going to honor some of our young students here in Ceres, and I want to read a quick thing about Black History Month, and then we'll get right into the poster contest presentation. Black History Month. The celebration of Black History Month began in 1926, created by Carter G. Woodson, a noted African-American historian, scholar, educator, and publisher. It became a month-long celebration in 1976. The month of February was chosen to coincide with the birthdays of Frederick Douglass and Abraham Lincoln. Black History Month honors the contributions of African Americans to U.S. history. So with that, Recreation was asked to do something a little different this year for Black History Month. Normally a proclamation is read and it's presented to someone, and we thought, how cool would it be? Art is definitely an initiative for the Recreation Department, and so we thought, what better way to celebrate Black History Month than to have the students in our community do these beautiful renderings of what Black History Month means to them. So we went to all 3 junior high schools, and we were so pleased with what we were given. These posters will be on display for the entire month of February, so we invite all of you to come up and take a look after the meeting is over. You're welcome to come in anytime and check these out. It was really tough to judge all of these. We had a panel of 3 judges, and we will be awarding first, second, and third place for each school. So when I'll have Maya do the presentation of the certificates. So when your name is called, if you could please come up here and stand. We'd like to have all of those that did show up, and with you and your parents, we're very grateful that you did come. We'd like to have you come up here and stand, and then that way we can just really honor you as a group. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Maya.
Third place for Blaker Kenzer is Jenny Cortez. Congratulations. Second place for Blaker Kenzer is Paris Reyes. First place for Blaker Kenzer is Daniel Enriquez. Thank you. Third place for May Hensley is Emmy Taylor.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Second place for May Hensley is Alyssa Quinones. First place for May Hensley is Sadie Ruiz Young. Third place for Cesar Chavez is Alyssa Toy. Angela, excuse me.
Thank you.
Second place for Cesar Chavez is Victoria Renes. And first place for Cesar Chavez is Peyton Dixon.
Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations. All right, let's give our award winners a big hand. Thank you so much. You guys did an amazing job, and like I said, it was definitely difficult for us to judge. And also, I was so impressed with what our junior high students, the artwork that you guys were able to create. It was beautiful. So thank you so much for allowing us to display these at our community center. Please feel free at the end of the month if you would like to come and pick up your piece of artwork. We will make sure and save it for you. So thank you again. Congratulations.
Thank you, Tracy, and you know what? We really appreciate you guys and what you do in our community. This is one thing that we can certainly celebrate this month, and each one of you as individuals from different schools have made this happen. It's better than one of us sitting up here and doing a proclamation. It's much better to see what you have created here firsthand. So again, let's give them a big round of applause one more time. Okay, moving on. Next item will be citizens' communication. While the City Council welcomes and encourages participation in City Council meetings, adopted rules will only allow 5 minutes for expression of non-agenda items. Matters under the jurisdiction of the City Council and not on the posted agenda may be addressed by the general public. However, California law prohibits the City Council from taking action on any matter which is not on the posted agenda unless to be determined by the city, to be an emergency by the City Council. Citizens are entitled to address City Council on agenda items with subject to 5-minute provisions. I don't have any speaker cards, so is there anybody that would like to address the council on a non-agenda item? If so, please state your name and address for record.
Dave Pratt of Series. It's amazing to see all these students here, and I hope they show up at other council meetings and stuff, participate besides just to receive awards. Basically, I'm up here as I was kind of reminded that wait till the whole council's here to badmouth Toby's bike pass, so I'll badmouth Walmart. When they put the swamp in over there, 3 times they tried to put watering systems and plants in, only they had the watering systems ripped out. Finally, after all these years, I got them to drain it out and clean it up. I see the water is coming back. The geese really love it. It's a good stop-off point between Turlock and the river. But I see, and Walmart keeps their parking lots clean, but all the garbage is piling up behind the wall on the canal side. So sooner or later, it's going to have to be cleaned up. Thank you.
Okay, is there anybody else that would like to speak on a non-agenda item?
Good evening. My name is Sheila Brandt. I'm part of the Centennial Committee, and I just wanted to invite everyone who's here to come out at the last Monday meeting of this month, because it will be our centennial kickoff for our 100th birthday. And it'd be great to see you all here and see the surprises that we have in store. It should start around 5 o'clock.
Thank you, Sheila. Anybody else?
Good evening, everyone. Already spoke to you, the council. Very nice to speak to you tonight. I just want to kind of address the crowd here tonight. My name is Representative Congressman Jeff Hammond. I want to let you know a little bit about the office and the way we operate. There's, as constituents as you guys all are, there are services that are available to you through his office, whether it be casework related, social security issues if you're having a hard time dealing with immigration. We also help with that. There's casework. If you're a veteran and for some reason you lost your service record, or you're having a hard time with the VA getting your benefits, I encourage you to come stop by and see us. Veteran myself, I take pride in making sure that every veteran out there is taken care of. And please feel free to reach out to the Congressman's office, and need help with anything, we're there to help you. And there's also 2 Hispanic speakers, one myself, another one my colleague named Sonia. So please call in if you have any questions or you need any assistance, Congressman. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Is there anybody else?
My name's Lee Brandt. Okay, and last meeting I talked about kind of cleaning up the city, and I talked to everybody here, and I happened to pick out Home Depot, and apparently the mayor did go by there, and I've been by there a couple times, and the parking lot is a lot cleaner than it was. So obviously somebody's making an effort. And then I also did the presentation of the flags to the 5th graders, I believe, or 3rd graders from the Lions Club last week. They're talking about the American flag. And at the very end of it, I brought up the fact that Ceres is 100 years old. Those kids got really excited about Ceres being 100 years old. And a couple of teachers came and talked to me afterwards. So I talked to a couple of the, the board members for the school district. And I think what we're going to try to do when we go to do the presentation for the flag through the Lions Club is at the very end, we're going to bring up again the fact that Ceres is 100 years old. But it was just heartwarming to me to see how excited those kids got. You know, because as most of you know, we do the history of the United States and the flag. Well, then I put it I said, now let's bring it home. Ceres is going to be 100 years old. So it was pretty cool. But anyway, okay, I'm done.
Mr. Brandt, did they ask you if you were here then?
No, but I did confirm that Mr. Ryno was.
Now, that's great. Okay, is there anybody else? Like to approach the council on a non-agenda item? Okay, seeing none, we will move on to the next item. Appointments to board and commissions. There are none. Conflict of interest declarations? Seeing none, move on to consent calendar. All matters listed on the consent calendar are considered routine in nature and will be enacted as by a single motion unless otherwise requested by an individual council member or public for consideration. Otherwise, the recommendation of staff will be accepted and acted upon by roll call vote. Council, is there anybody that would like to pull anything? Okay. Out in the public, anybody like to pull one item or any items? Okay, seeing none, I'll bring it back for a motion.
Move to approve 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, D, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Okay, I will second. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Durossette.
Yes.
Councilmember Lane.
Yes.
Councilmember Ryno.
Yes on all items, but number 8, that would be no.
And just for the record, number 8 can be approved with 2 votes.
That's okay. So the rest of the consent except for 8 passes 3-0-2, and the item 8 is 2-1-2.
Yes.
Great.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we're going to move right on through the agenda here. Unfinished business, there is none. Public hearing, none. New business, none. Discussion items, none tonight. Council member referrals? Seeing none. Reports, I have nothing. Councilmember Ryno?
Nothing tonight.
Nothing?
Okay. Our city attorney reports. We'll go to our city manager.
Thank you, Councilmember Lane. As Ms. Brandt indicated, the Centennial Celebration is scheduled for to kick off the year on the 26th, so our meeting at the end of the month. That will actually start at 5:30. We will do a presentation, some cake, and celebration before the meeting, and then the meeting will actually kind of kick off the celebration. We'll lay out the plan of attack for the year. The Centennial Committee is meeting tomorrow at 5:30 to continue the planning efforts that have been going on for the last year, and the public is welcome to attend that meeting here in the Community Center. Reminder, President's Day is next Monday, and City Hall will be closed on 2/19. The TOT Committee continues to meet. Our next meeting is scheduled on 2/20 at 5 o'clock here before our next council meeting. And then that same evening will be a special council meeting on the 20th for the mid-year budget and other budget items as we start work on the upcoming fiscal year 2018-19 budget.
Great, thank you. Suzanne, anything? Tom?
Just let the council be aware, I think you were notified by way of email, but the general plan update environmental impact report has been released for its 45-day public review and comment period. That'll be open until March 26th at 5 p.m. Also, thanks to the council members who responded about getting the hard copy or CD copy of the EIR. Those are currently being made, and we should have them for you shortly.
Great, thank you.
Nothing further, Mr. Lane.
Captain Collins? I have nothing, sir. Okay. Mr. Britton, anything? Let's see, Jeremy, nothing? Have I got everybody? Sheila's always got something. No, I'll have to talk about Sheila Brandt. Supervisor, Jim D. Martini, anything tonight?
I don't have anything that I missed some of your meetings. Love the way the meeting.
Well, it's good to have you again here. It's always, Jim's our hardest working, actually, supervisor in the county, in my opinion. Normally, he's at every meeting, and if he's not at this meeting, I guarantee he's at another meeting. So anyway, thanks for being here, Jim. Okay, with that, I think we will adjourn to February 20th, which is on a Tuesday. That's a special meeting, February 20th.